Hi everybody! So I couldn't get clay in individual packets. Oh, here's my dog. Say hi, Reacher. Huh? He thinks somebody's here because I'm talking to the window. But anyway, we're going to be using this thing called Model Magic. It's a lot like clay, kind of like Play-Doh. It's pretty airy and it's relatively clean to use for your parents, because I know some of our last projects were a little messy and not everyone wants to work with that. So you all have your own packet. Some of you got a really big packet like I have that you need to share. You only need 4 ounces of this Model Magic. It goes a long way for you to make one project or the other. There is a very simple version of a little tiny owl that you can make, or a more complicated version. This one I did really quick, so just excuse the messiness. So you can make one little owl or the other, and you can make both of them with your 4 ounces of Model Magic. Okay, so I had to relocate. But anyway, so what you need to do, you have all of your Model Magic. You want to break it in half. That's how you get the main body of your big owl. Then you take a third, so not quite half, a third of it, and this is going to be for the head of your owl. And you attach it. Model Magic is pretty easy to attach. For any of you who have used clay with me before, it does not take much for this. And now what you need to do with your extra piece, you want to take about half of it off again. And then this small piece, you want to break that in half one more time. These are going to be to make your eye shapes. So, actually we can probably break it in half another time. So what you need to do, you're going to end up making something that looks like a water drop. So you want to roll your Model Magic into a ball, and you can flatten it. And then all you need to do is pinch one end. So it's almost like a little water drop. And then when you attach this onto the head, you want to make sure that you leave part of the bottom open, because you need somewhere to put your beak. So you want to take your other little piece, roll it into a ball, flatten it, and then pinch one end, and it'll make it kind of like a water drop. And you want to place that on the head as well. There. All right, and then you can take some of your extra clay, well, your Model Magic, I'm sorry, I'm used to using clay, and you take a little pinch. So you make a tiny ball. It's about half the size of an adult's pinky nail. And you're going to make a few of these so you make like a flower shape for the eyes. And then once you have your flower pieces, take 2 little spheres, depending on how big you made your flowers, and you want to press it right into the center. Oop, this one's a little too big, we gotta take some of that off. And that's for the eyes. And then you can take a little chunk and you kind of roll it into a ball. You do the same thing we did with the teardrop eyes. and you just pinch it in a circle. So you want to rotate this. So you pinch it at the top and keep spinning it. So then you get a round beak. There. And with all of your extra clay, we're gonna make feet and wings. So your feet are just a bunch of little, like, cylinders. So you want to make 3 for each foot. So I've got 1, 2, and 3, and attach it to the bottom. And then with the rest of your clay, well, your model magic, you're gonna make your wings. So we only need about half of this. And you want to pinch, so part of it goes straight out. And you use your fingers to make some indents, and you can push them back together. You stretch it out. Use your fingers. And if you want to add a little detail, you can use a cap, and you just press part of it in, and you can make the textures of the feathers on your bellies. And there's the big owl. Okay, and now to make your small owl, here we can move this guy down. Now to make your small owl, this one's pretty easy. So you make a ball with your model magic and smush it. The bigger the sphere that you make, the bigger your owl is going to be. Now, you take the cap to a marker and you just dig about half of it in. So maybe go halfway up and you make indents. These indents are for the fur, like the feathers on the chest of your owl. And now you pick it up, you take the sides and you fold them in so that they touch and press down. So you have the belly, and now you have the wings. Then you want to take the top part and fold it over like an envelope and press it down and pinch the sides up. So now you've made, this is for the face and this is the ears. You can take your cap again, and make the circles for your eyes. And then take the bottom of your marker and make another circle inside that circle dent that you just made. And you can see the eyes better. Then you take something that's kind of sharp. You can use scissors, you can use a toothpick, anything. I have a bobby pin on hand. And you make a dot in the eye. And you use this to make a triangle for the nose. You've got your little owl. All right. So what you guys can do, you have both of your owls, so you can make each of these with 4 ounces of Model Magic. I did both of them with 4 ounces. And you can leave this out to dry, and it'll dry up like clay, so it'll get kind of hard. You can use markers, you can use paint, anything you want to add a little bit of details to your owls. You can also, if you want to save it and use it to make something else, you can reuse it. You just gotta seal it up nice and good. But you've got your little owls.